Hello, I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to our Apex News episode, breaking down the latest and leaks out there in news. Everything will be timestamped down below. Should be a shorter episode as we continue to leak things before our first season and our first battle pass, which should be coming. Predicted timeline as of right now. Tomorrow is a projected day. If not tomorrow, guys, maybe Friday. It should be. We're hopefully crossing our fingers as it should be this time or sometime this week. Although it's not confirmed out there, it could be still sometime in the future, as there's going to be a lot of things coming with that first season and our first battle pass. We talked about that in our last episode. Let's break down leaks so far this episode with some very interesting things out there being leaked this time around in their lines of text. So first of all, potential nighttime mode. As you guys can see, it does clearly say set time shift time of day to both day and night. So it could be a definite night mode coming in. Also bouncing off that though, some other thoughts out there from the community. It'd be very cool not only to have day mode and night mode, but along with that, maybe some dynamic elements of weather, right? We could have a thunderstorm, you know, could have it raining, snowing, so on and so forth. I think some great ideas out there for the future of the game as we slowly approach season 1. Will we have night mode come release? Highly unlikely, but still in the future, it's nice to see it sometime there as a protected option for the future of the game. Also on top of that, we actually have remote turrets and flamethrowers were also found. So whether these are going to be items from loot or possibly passives or abilities for legends, we still have to yet wait and see about this. Obviously, it's going to be hard to tell. We've seen many characters out there potentially leaked, many abilities out there as well. We can't really confirm any of this stuff, which is the most frustrating part of that, but still a set option for the future, that being flamethrowers as well as remote turrets. We saw remote turrets drop in Fortnite with some very, very bad backlash, but we've seen flamethrowers in other games out there do fairly well. It's just cool to see the options and ideas out there as well. And then biggest news out there, speaking of flamethrowers, possibly Call of Duty fans out there as well, some skepticism around this new leak. That's going to be potentially wall running. It would make a lot of sense though if you guys have played the game, which I assume many of you have. The mechanics we currently have around buildings where you kind of climb up halfway and the climbing features, it does resemble a little bit of the wall running features we've seen in Call of Duty's in precedence, but I understand the skepticism around there because people out there don't want this game to be Call of Duty. They don't want it to be PUBG or Fortnite or whatever it might be, and so it's a bit skeptic so far going forward, but it does make a lot of sense what we've seen in the game so far. This would be an eventual feature. I don't think overpowered. There's not too many walls out there, but we'll see how they interact with all the cave systems and what kind of walls you can actually run on. It again is another potential option for the future. But also very lastly as well, this is surprisingly enough the part I'm actually most excited for. This is another potential list of NPCs out there. We had our first list, which included about 11 NPCs. We had no idea what they would be used for. Yet another list of NPCs out there which could be used, hear me out, for a variety of reasons out there. First of all, it could be like a firefight mode. You know, back in the old Halo days, you have NPCs either on your team or of course as opposing enemies. Those are two of your options right there. And on top of that, a third option for these NPCs, if you ever had a party member in your trios drop out before the game begins, you're forced to play with just 2 players. This could be an NPC list where if your teammate actually drops out, you're filled with a computer controlled NPC character, which I think would be a great option for the game. I've had a few times where a random trio member will drop out, you're forced to play with 2 players, which is an obvious downgrade from 3 players. So a variety of reasons out there why these NPCs could be used, and that's the very last of the leaks. I hope to be coming back here tomorrow and covering Apex news for all of you as we break down the battle pass. If that does not happen, I'll hopefully be seeing you guys sometime soon with some other videos out there. We have many ideas of some talking points for the future of this game, and a huge talking point right now I'll come back to in the future is, should this game be region locked? As always, my name is Jake. Hope you guys all enjoy. Hopefully see you back here next time, and until then, take care.